All right, morning, y'all. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I am headed back to Texas, but along the way, I thought I'd make a quick pit stop because it's right on my path, and I'll be damned. Look where I'm at. Nevermore Antiques. Let's see if Johnny's inside. Sorry, they're closed. They open at 11 o'clock. What kind of shit is that? Well, John at Nevermore Antiques. Sure wish you was here so I could say hi. They don't open for another hour. Maybe I'll hang out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. See you in a second, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, followers and subscribers, this is I, your good buddy Delden, brought to you apart by the interwebs. And we are in a very special place today. We are in Fredericktown, Missouri. And we're at Nevermore Antiques. Owned and operated by our good buddy John Johnson.
How
everybody
y'all doing?
So John has been so gracious. Our good buddy Jerry Sample came by and see me parked out front, took me out to John's house. We pulled John out of bed so he could show me a store. This place is fantastic, and did so much with such a small space. Like, I wouldn't say small, but
It's small, but
it's
not huge, but there's a lot here.
yeah, I mean, look at this. This is absolutely fantastic. I feel absolutely ashamed of what I've done with my space compared to what John has done with this. Like, there is not a space in here that is not utilized. This is absolutely gorgeous. And check this out. I absolutely love these. The old antique doors. He made displays out of them. Absolutely utilize every single square inch of this place. It is absolutely amazing. And then check this out. He's got an old ladder up here, suspended from the ceiling, that he's got his quilts on.
Yeah.
This is just absolutely badass.
I've got another ladder that I'm going to suspend from above the counter here, the one over there, and kind of have it like right above the counter here so I can hang stuff off the counter and sell from the ceiling as much as possible, because it's a smaller space, but it was one of the better buildings in town. Most of the buildings in this town have been neglected and they're about to fall apart.
I think Jerry's shoplifting there.
And this one,
He's stealing candy.
Take all you want. And this
Free saltwater taffy at John's store.
Yeah, free saltwater. Yeah, if you come in and
Tell him the 9-pound hammer sent you, and you get free saltwater taffy.
That's right. But I want to. But most of the buildings in this town are falling apart, so I bought this one because it's not. And pretty much, I just needed a place to store my eBay stuff because our business on eBay is growing. And the one way to, instead, I watch all these YouTubers that get storage sheds,
like me,
and they put their stuff in storage sheds. And I'm like, well, what I can just do is just buy a building with a basement, and I can put all my stuff in the basement, and then have stuff upstairs, and guess what? It pays for your investment. And
John took us down to the basement.
Yeah,
it wasn't creepy at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
We won't talk about what happened in the basement.
What happens in John's basement stays in John's basement.
Ask Pat Dees.
How is Pat Dees?
He's doing pretty good.
He live around here?
No, Pat Dees lives in Pennsylvania, but you're probably the furthest. You probably get the award for being the furthest away. But Pat was from Pennsylvania, and he came. So far, I've had you, Pat, Jason Static, and
well, Jason lives over in St. Genevieve, right?
Yeah, so he lives pretty close, so he don't really count. But I've had one other person show up here, but they weren't a YouTuber. But you probably win the award of being the furthest away.
Right on. I am the champ. I am the champion. You know, I had another YouTuber contact me out of the blue one day, who was one of my subscribers, and said, "Hey, Delden, you know anybody who's got a room or anything for rent?" And I was like, yeah. In fact, I have 3 bedrooms for rent because I had a giant 4-bedroom house with just me.
Yeah.
So I was like, come on down. And she was like, how much is rent? I was like, it's $600 a month. She's like, great. I'll be there in a few weeks. And then she showed up. Was like, oh, hey, I'm here. I'm like, great. And then a couple of days later, I'm like, hey, I need some rent. And she's like, oh, yeah, here's a check. It's $200 short. You might want to cash it before it bounces. I'm like, well, this is kind of short. You're a little light here. She's like, well, I figure I could do eBay for you. Well, that might be an option, but it's not an option right now.
Yeah.
And so 12 weeks later, or 8 weeks later, she was about $1,200 in the rears, and I was like, you gotta go. So
that sounds like it.
I have a spare bedroom opened up.
Yeah, if anyone needs a place to stay in Fort Worth, Texas, contact Delton.
Moral of the story is Delton's easy to use.
Well, you know, my mom had a nickname for me growing up.
What was that?
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously he is a man of high moral standards because he wasn't able to work out any other kind of arrangement for rent.
You know, this is
You can save a hoe, I make a hoe.
yeah. So I do pride myself on having a high moral compass. So.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So anyway.
How do we get into all that?
Yeah.
All that's going to end up on the chopping room floor.
Right. No, I don't do any editing whatsoever. So this is all you get. What you see is what you get. I'm 100% real. So we're going to go ahead and finish showing you John's store, and we'll see you when I get back on the road.
I think I might have triggered that.
I absolutely love how he has all this set up. Like, he took some bookcase and then like some front porch pillars or whatnot and just made like a little booth to put his stuff in. It's fantastic. Here's my absolute favorite. As many of you know, I collect uranium glass, also known as Vaseline glass. And this is a fantastic display. So, all right, guys, that's it for this clip. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll put a link to John's and Jerry's YouTube channels down below. Also, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit the bell, click all for notices, and we will talk to you after a bit. Thank you for tuning.